It's been a while. Again, been very busy. Anyways, so the Penguins played 5 games since I last saw you, and we won a grand total of 1 of them. That was against the San Jose Sharks, who are now out of playoffs, who were not out of playoffs at the time of the video. We've had really good success against the West this year, but we can't even beat our own conference, which is odd. Yeah, so we beat the Sharks, lose to the Flyers 4-1 back-to-back weeks. Lose to Columbus 5-3. Fleury has not been playing well now that Letang is injured. Ehrhoff is still injured. We had to play about 3 games in a row with 5 defensemen, most of them playing way over their heads. Ben Lovejoy looks absolutely terrible. Man, was that trade bad. Then finally, we're allowed to call a player up as we play a game with a man short due to Steve Downey being out. We call up Taylor Chorney. Looks like we'll have Downey back tonight. We'll have an extra forward so that we have 6 defensemen. One of them's from the AHL playing way over his head. One of them's a rookie. 2 over 30. Then what do you know? Last game against Ottawa, we have a 3-0 lead. We blow it. We lose in overtime. Get 1 point. But because the Bruins lost last night, our magic number is now only 2. Derek Pouliot gets hurt. Bam, we're down 5 defensemen. Ben Lovejoy screening Fleury, trying to play goal and 2 of the goals. Bud, what are you doing? Get out of the way. You suck. And Taylor Chorney actually did an admirable job. He hit a post. That goes in. It's 4-0. Game over. Pens win. But nope, he misses in the third period. Pens get outshot the last half of the game. 30 to 16, 32 to 16. Get outshot 44 to 28. Fleury plays absolutely unreal. It was the Hamburglar versus the McFlurry. I saw a great sign that says, "Who needs the Hamburglar when you have the McFlurry?" At the Ottawa game, I thought that was great. Off to a great start. Crosby goal, 10 seconds in, bam, looks like we're going to win. Bo Bennett, first goal in 30 games, bam, looks like we're going to win. Hornquist in for the net. No, but what do? The Senators keep pressing. As soon as I got 1 in the second, I knew it. I was like, the Penguins are going to lose because we can't even get the puck out of our own zone. Without Letang, without Ehrhoff, without Mata, and now without Pouliot, we have 0 puck-moving defensemen. We have 1 in Paul Martin, and he's on the other side of 30. They're all 3 out of the 5 are on the other side of 30, and one of them's an AHL defenseman. We have Ian Cole and Paul Martin is really the only 2, actually decent NHL caliber defensemen in the lineup, and while Ian Cole's been very good, he's playing above his head in top-line minutes. He and Paul Martin should be playing more than everyone else, but Paul Martin's not young anymore. He's getting tired. He's playing too much. And for some reason, Mike Johnston thinks that Ben Lovejoy is a new Chris Letang, and he plays him 25 minutes a game. Stop. Stop it. That trade looks terrible. Terrible. Meanwhile, Simone Duprez is laughing all the way, to possibly a Stanley Cup. Who knows? He deserves one anyways. So the Penguins now find themselves on the ropes. Ottawa just came out of nowhere. Stupid Ottawa team bothers me and annoys me to no end. Everyone in Canada is like, I don't this, I don't that. It really bothers me. Anyways, Ottawa came out of nowhere. They are now 1 point ahead of the Penguins. And if the playoffs start today, they would be playing Montreal, which would be a great matchup. However, the Penguins have 2 games left. The Sens have 1. The Penguins' magic number is now down to 2 as Yager did the Penguins a favor last night by helping the Panthers beat the Bruins 4-2. The Bruins are now on the ropes on the outside looking in. It looks like they might miss playoffs as they are a point behind the Penguins. Or I think 2 points behind the Penguins now, a point behind the Senators. And their magic number is 3. The Penguins is 2. The Sens is 1. So it's not looking good. And the Penguins' last game is against Buffalo. So one should think that they'd be able to get those points. And even if the Bruins lose in regulation in Tampa Bay on Saturday and the Penguins don't win, then the Penguins would get in. But if the Bruins get a point, they would get in because they hold the tiebreaker as they won the head-to-head season series this year. So, all very confusing. Anyways, so the Penguins just need 2 points. Preferably we'd like 3 or 4. 4 would be nice because I don't know about you, I'd rather not face the Rangers in the first round, even though I don't think that they're as good as their numbers say. They're really not. Their advanced stats and everything are not good. But we all know how that series ended last year, and Hank has had the Penguins numbers for years now. I definitely would not want to go up against arguably the best goalie in the league in the first round. Now, you're saying, Price, best goalie in the league with Montreal. Very true, he is the best goalie in the league. But you know what? His back is probably sore from carrying the team and willing his team into not only the playoffs, possibly home ice advantage for all rounds until they play the Rangers, if they do play the Rangers, for winning their division. So, you know what? He might be tired, and if they don't have Pacioretty, which it looks like they won't, it's a huge loss for them because that's a big chunk of their scoring. They don't really have any offensive players who can stack up the likes of Crosby and Malkin, and they don't have any guys besides PK Subban who can shut down Crosby and Malkin, while their defense probably has an edge at this point. Letang and Ehrhoff could be ready for the first round, depending on when it starts for Pittsburgh. Ehrhoff is more likely. Even if we get him back, that's a huge boost. Pouliot seems like he's minor, so he should be ready soon. Letang has not skated yet, so he probably won't be ready, but you never know. But he could join the series in progress. But Montreal is a team that the Penguins could probably beat without having Chris Letang in the lineup, just because Michel Therrien's systems are terrible. Mike Johnston has way better systems. Michel Therrien makes some questionable personnel decisions, as does Mike Johnston, but his systems, I think, will win over. Montreal's not a good puck possession team at all. Pittsburgh will definitely have the edge on there, and unless Price just plays out of his mind, which is a possibility, definitely a real possibility, I think Montreal would be a much more favorable matchup for Pittsburgh, and I don't know if Price can do it for 7 games, like 50 shots every game. So I think that could be a series that we might be able to win if we have Letang. Even if we don't have Letang, if we have the defense we have now, I don't see it. See winning. But even if we get Ehrhoff and Pouliot back, that's a huge boost, and we can finally put Rob Scuderi and Lovejoy in the limited minutes that they deserve. So. And Crosby, of course, loves playing against Montreal. It's his boy team. He always plays really well against him and lights him up. So I think Crosby versus Subban will be such a fun matchup to watch. And Malkin as well, because, Malkin's going to want to be hungry. And so tonight we have Pittsburgh versus Islanders. Now, the Islanders have already clinched a spot, but Pittsburgh could still theoretically pass them. So they're going to want to win. And Johnny T and Crosby are now tied with Jamie Benn for the league lead in scoring. And John Tavares is not going to want Crosby to win, as he won last year. And he's never won it. An Islander has not won it for like 20 years. Or the old Islander when it was Brian Trottier. So he's going to bring his game. Crosby's going to bring his game. That's going to be fascinating. Crosby will probably take it on the last day of the season against Buffalo, just casually get 5 points. But it should be a great battle tonight. The Islanders, they're a pesky team, man. They've also really struggled into the playoffs. So have the Rangers, but no one's talked about the Rangers because, they've been winning. But the only team that's actually really done well going into playoffs have been Montreal and Tampa Bay. More Tampa Bay. The Rangers have not looked good. It's just their goaltending's bailed them out. And Fleury hasn't been as good for Pittsburgh. That's it. So that's going to be a fascinating game to watch. Islanders and Penguins. Even if Penguins just get 1 point tonight, 1 point against Buffalo, they're in. Preferably 2 tonight, and 2 against Buffalo would be the best. But it's all looking good for the Penguins, and it looks like Chiarelli and Julian could be looking for a job next year. All right, so that's all I have for this one. Please if you like this video, subscribe if you really like it. Let me know what you think about the playoff race. It's all set in the West. The Stanley Cup champions are out, which I was completely floored to see. Winnipeg and Calgary are in, so we're going to have an all-Canadian matchup by Vancouver and Calgary. What do you think about that? I really could not care less about how many Canadian teams are in the playoffs. I'm sorry, it just doesn't interest me. So that's all I have for this one. I'm not even cheering for Canadian teams anyway, so Nashville's my team in the West, so you know what? Whatever. That's all I have for this one. Please if you liked the video, subscribe if you really like it, share it with everyone, tell all your friends. I'll see you after the game when our fate will be decided. Let's go, Pittsburgh. Come on, Sydney. You can do it. I have faith.